New patch teaser is out, so now it's time for us to speculate what the new nerfs and buffs gonna be looking like. We're seeing Warlock is getting absolutely slaughtered, and I'm happy to see also Druid as well as Demon Hunter are also getting toned down, because those were really ruining High Legend. It's also pretty nice seeing that Mage, Demon Hunter, Priest and Shaman will be getting some love, because they have been slumming it for quite a while now, so it's time for them to see some sunlight. Anyway, if you're enjoying the content and like what I'm doing, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can have me for some Hearthstone coaching. Now, let's check out the teaser.
You are not prepared!
So yeah, we can see that Sludge On Wheels, the Waste Remover, as well as Chaotic Consumption are getting slapped, and also the Naga Sharpshooter and the Shattered Reflection are also getting toned down. The patch should be going live on Thursday if tradition follows, so until then, Sludge Warlock is still gonna be pretty much top tier for Diamond to Legend, so you might want to check out some of my videos for that. Anyway, starting off with Sludge On Wheels, and here there could be a lot of things that can happen to this card. I mean, if you guys remember correctly, this thing used to be a 1/5, so that can be a little bit of a good change for the card, but I'm not sure they're really gonna be reverting it. I'm more inclined to believe this is gonna lose a health or even 2, but I think 1 health should be the way to go, especially since we're seeing 3 cards getting nerfed, so I think this should go down to a 2/4, and I think that's what's gonna come down live as well. Another option would be to this get bumped up to 4 mana, but I think that's a little bit too drastic. Given the fact that we have 3 total cards getting nerfed, I think something mild like a 4 health should be doing the trick here. Next up we have the 4 mana 7/7 Waste Remover, which has been awfully powerful for quite a while now. I mean, in the end of the day, it's a 4 mana 7/7, and the downside is really not a downside in most cases. Like, you don't really plan on spending all of your cards in each game in Hearthstone, guys. Like, a lot of people fail to realize this, but you win games usually with your first 15 cards and you never see the other half, so what does it matter if it got burned or not? As long as you win the game and getting a turn 3 or turn 4 7/7 on the board, that's gonna happen a lot more often than not. It really doesn't matter what you burned in the process, so yeah, Waste Remover is way too powerful right now, and the downside a lot of the times is an upside, because turn 2 you get to play, let's say, the Disposal Assistant, turn 3 you get to play Sludge On Wheels, and boom, you already have 3 sludges at the bottom, so this guy is actually 4 mana 7/7 12 damage, so how is that fair? I'm not gonna be surprised if this thing goes up to a 5 mana. Alternative ways for this to get nerfed, I don't know, maybe a 4/7, a 5/6, something along those lines. Like, it's just way too powerful, especially combined with the location. And let's not forget, we also have the Gloomstone Guardian, which is also a pretty healthy boy. So losing the good stats on this one is not gonna be as bad, because you still can rely on the Gloomstone variants for a good target for your Forge on Wills. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards maybe this guy getting bumped to a 5 mana, because like, you can go crazy with the stats. Like, it could be ending up anything, like 4 mana 5/5, 6/6, something along those lines is also sounding reasonable, but I think bumping it up to 5 mana might be the way to go. And we also have Chaos Creation, which is a mage card, if anybody asks. Like, look at it, it has a mage on it, right? Like, so many mages are using this. Look at all of these mages, guys. I'm not gonna bother scrolling through 7 pages, but yeah, imagine running this into a mage deck. Just when you order this in win rate, you can see that, yeah, even the worst win rate decks are still running in Warlock, so not a single mage in the world is gonna touch this card with a 5-foot stick, so really feel like that was a flawed design to begin with. But yeah, Chaos Creation right now is a super powerful card. It basically OTKs a lot of control matchups. That's how you want to be ending up the game, like 6 sludges at the bottom, this to the face, and boom, that's like 30 damage out of nowhere. Not to mention you can also get a 6-drop out of it, which is nice. And a lot of the times you can actually still use this with a couple of sludges at the bottom, just so you can get an extra body and a little bit of extra damage. But what they can change here, like, if they change it to a 7 mana, I don't think that does enough. I think they might slash the number of cards you actually discard with it, like going down to 3, even though it's a 6 mana that deals 6, summons a 6 cost, and destroys 6 cards, so I think there's a pattern here. I don't know, I think they're just gonna have to lose a little bit of the flavor here, and that's probably what's gonna happen. So yeah, I think destroying 3 cards from the bottom, that can sound like a buff as well now that I say it though. It is gonna be a little bit more usable for mage, but let's face it, nobody in their right mind is gonna be touching that. So yeah, I'm actually quite fascinated to see how this one's gonna get toned down. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, what your speculations are on the matter, because I'm definitely kinda in a pickle with this one. Like, I really don't know what's possible to happen here? Like, maybe the 6 damage is not gonna go face? That actually sounds kind of okay. Like, even though a lot of the times you actually do target a minion with this, like if there's a 6 or a 5 health minion on the board, you'd much rather kill that so the 4 damage things go face. But yeah, I think that would be my take here. Like, combined with the other 2 nerfs, I think that might be something that's gonna be happening here. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Moving down to the Shattered Reflection, they already nerfed this once. Like, this used to give you an extra copy of the card in your hand, which was sick. And now I think it's time to tone down the mana as well. Like, right now Druids are really doing crazy things with this, with the help of Solar Eclipse especially. So if they bump this up to a 7 mana, maybe that's not gonna be as easy for them to do their shenanigans as much. Another option would be if this can actually not target Titans, like same way like the Priest Titan has that specification on one of its abilities. You cannot copy an extra Titan with the +2/+2. Maybe this is also not gonna be able to target Titans, which still allows them to do some OTK bullshit with the Death Beetle, but at least we're gonna stop seeing the goddamn INR over and over and over again. Like, it's so annoying, guys. It really gets old really fast, and yeah, even though the win rate right now doesn't look anything too amazing to write home about, in top 1000 Legends, skilled players can really massacre with this deck right now, so they're either gonna bump it to 7 mana or something like that, or it's just not gonna be able to target Titans anymore, and I'm kinda okay with either of those lines. And the last nerfed cards here is gonna be Blindeye Sharpshooter. The teaser image does show this to get straight up nerfed, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be a rebalance. Like, I'm not sure they're actually gonna touch up the health going up or something, so I think this is just gonna become a straight up 4 mana 1/3, same effect, same everything. That might finally tone this a little bit. Like, I mean, let's face it, the deck is really not doing all that well right now, at least for the lower ranks, but in top 1000, people having that 1 extra mana, they really massacre with this one. Like, you literally win games as soon as turn 4 if you have this one and a little bit of good setup. And that's just not fun Hearthstone experience. So yeah, my bet would be here this finally goes to a 4 mana. I think if they actually left it at a 1/5 and bumped it to 4 mana the first time, that might have had a bigger chance of being a finalized nerf instead of having to touch it up again. Because the problem was obvious, like, people just OTK with this and it was not fun. As for the cards that are gonna be getting buffed, that's gonna be quite the speculation here. Like, really hard to really pinpoint what's gonna be happening for each class. I don't know, maybe Shaman is gonna get some of its nerfs reverted. Maybe Hodo is not gonna have a 1-attack weapon anymore. That might help it a little. For Mage, maybe Sith Mage is gonna get some of its nerfs reverted. Like the freeform machine might get back to 4 mana. I think that would be not an amazing idea, but I can see that happening. Why not? With Demon Hunter, like, with Demon Hunter, so many bad cards, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, I really don't know what's gonna be happening with Demon Hunter. Like, there's so many useless cards. I'm literally seeing these cards for the first time in my life chat. What the hell is this even? So it's really gonna be anyone's guess what's gonna be happening with some of these nerfed cards. It's gonna be quite the mystery. So yeah, here I won't even bother trying to figure out what's gonna be getting buffed, but do let me know in the comments what you guys wish would get buffed for these classes. That would be definitely interesting to see. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope this helps you figure out what's gonna be happening possibly on Thursday. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can hand for some Hearthstone coaching. I'm Kris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.